I'm Lauren Kelly.
And I'm Chelsea Beers, and you are listening to...
It's ApPARENT. Because for some people, it's just not obvious.
A weekly podcast where we discuss and laugh about parenting, all the joys and sorrows, and all the special parts of us that died as individuals. While drinking booze.
Cheers! Hey guys!
Hi guys!
It's ApPARENT number 7.
That's crazy.
That is crazy, but...
Is that like a milestone? I don't know.
I don't know. Well, it's an odd number, so clearly not for you.
I mean, so now we have to go to 8.
No, it's funny because I was looking at some other podcasts and a lot of them are 101 and 102 and 107. And I realized that they kind of start there. And I think the reason they do that is because they don't want people to know that they're new. And then I thought, ooh, did I number these wrong? But then I realized, why? It is literally number 7. So why pretend to be something we're not?
Right. And I don't really want to start off lying.
Well, no, that's definitely not a way to build rapport.
Right. No. I mean, and if you're going to lie and just add 100 to your episodes, why not go big and add 1,000? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. What's another 0?
Right.
Right.
And that's kind of obvious too, because people can do that with checks. You know, you can get your check starting on... No one has check number 1.
You know what's funny is I feel like the last episode you brought up VCRs and VHSs and tapes, and now you're talking about checks. Young people that listen to the show don't even know what checks are.
I don't want young people to listen to the show.
I don't think they'd get half of it.
That's very true.
Except the cuss words, they'd probably understand all of those because that's pretty much how kids talk nowadays, right?
Hell yeah.
Well, I don't find a problem with being green because green is my favorite color. Did you know that?
Do you mean blue?
No, green.
Blue.
No, they call it green, like you're green when you're new.
Oh, but when you're dirty, they call it blue. That's what I thought we were talking about. Like in comedy, when you cuss or you're a dirty comic, they call it going blue.
Oh,
yeah.
Well then I guess I'm blue. If I was green, I would die. Do you remember that song? You don't remember that song?
Oh.
I'm blue. If I was green, I would die.
That is by Eiffel 65. Yes. I can't believe I remember that.
I used to blast that in my first Volkswagen.
You know what messed me up is when you said it, you actually said words, and I've never sung words to that. Yeah. It's always like da-da-ding, 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 da-da-ding.
Yeah.
But you put actual lyrics to it.
There's always actual lyrics, even though most of us don't know them.
Okay.
Please do not bring up.
I'm not.
Too legit.
Well, you did it. Okay. I wasn't going to do that. But, okay. I thought Prince's Little Red Corvette.
Yeah.
Okay. Little Red Corvette. Okay. I thought he was saying,
Go. Real
men call back.
It's like exactly what you want that you never get.
Right. And I was like, man, that's deep. Real men do call back. And I would sing it with all the conviction I had in my body.
And then you became a karaoke host and you're like, oh, snap.
Right. Karaoke changed my life on more levels than one.
Oh, well, I'm not judging you. It's,
Yes, you are.
I mean, it may come up eventually, but...
Your judgment?
Yeah.
Okay.
But not right now. Right now.
Oh, right now, no.
I'm busy drinking Kahlua and coffee.
Oh, right, guys. We're having Kahlua and coffee today.
We're warming it up.
It's true. I love this.
Yeah. You know what else I really am enjoying is the fact that we've kind of switched it up almost every single episode.
Almost. It's my fault we had a repeat.
Well, right. But we're only on number 7. I mean, there's only so many things we can drink.
Right. Not 107, like 7.
Yeah.
Right.
If we're at 107 and we
only had one repeat, that'd be amazing. That's a win in my book.
Cheers to
that. Can we cheers our mugs?
Yeah. Cheers.
Think.
I don't mind having a warm alcoholic beverage. You know what other warm alcoholic beverage I really enjoy is hot toddies.
I was just gonna say hot toddies. Yes. Yeah, I would have a kick-ass one at one of my favorite bars in New York, and they would make it with wild turkey because it's like the strongest one or whatever.
Oh yeah, I thought it was supposed to be made with Jameson.
Oh, see, yeah, I would have it with with wild turkey because it was so strong.
Mm-hmm.
But then we would put a dash of the honey whiskey from Jack Daniel's in it as
yeah,
well.
I love that.
Yeah, so we would do that, and we'd have cloves and orange slices, and I mean, we went like hardcore hot toddies. They were so good.
It sounds delicious. It sounds kind of like the Bloody Mary of all hot toddies when you're putting oranges and things in it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
I drink those when I'm not feeling well.
Yeah, me too.
And I think it's because I'm Irish. I'm Irish and Danish. Mm-hmm. But I think it's important if you're drinking on the daily that you continue that when you're ill. Otherwise, your illness will feel even worse, right?
Wow, this is like.
I mean, I'm exaggerating. I don't drink daily. I normally take 1 or 2 days off. Why are you laughing?
I don't know, because I don't trust you. I don't believe what you're saying.
Well, what's a day? 24 hours, right?
If you're counting down by the hour, that's the issue.
Hey, some people have to do what they have to do to get through life. And I'm not judging you.
I think it's a parenting thing. The fact that every parent I've ever met has wine in their home.
Well, yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean? It's just, I didn't know as a kid why every grown-up liked wine.
Well, and
now I get it.
Well, right.
Have a kid. You love wine. You love it. You love wine.
Well, you're going to have whining regardless. So you've got the one with the H and the one without the H.
Oh, okay. Oh,
and then you've got
into grammar
play dates.
Oh, yeah.
And you told me every play date you go on with your little, you guys have wine.
Oh, that's very true. Yesterday we had vodka.
Oh, wow. It's only Tuesday.
I mean, right. And
no judgment.
And
but
the sun was up. And we were watching Dr. Phil, and we had...
Oh, Dr. Phil, man.
And we had vodka and ruby red grapefruit juice.
It sounds delicious.
It was incredible. And I think play dates are just as important for the children as they are for vodka and grapefruit
Well, I feel like this. If the kids got their bottles and you got yours...
There you go.
BYOB.
We should have shirts made for that. It's a parent podcast. Bring your own bottles.
Yes, BYOB.
And then it can be like a clinking wine glass to a clinking milk bottle.
Yeah.
That's
genius.
Genius.
I love that.
Genius.
Keep your eye out for that, guys.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's coming.
Or if somebody likes to draw.
Right.
Go ahead and send us some.
Someone works at one of those make your own shirt websites, and they hear this.
Yeah.
Give us
a hat. A hat would be cool too.
Oh, okay. Or right? A tote. A tote.
Oh, a mug.
Oh,
a wine glass. A wine glass.
Oh man, this is so exciting. You know what else is exciting?
What?
My little boy Chance is turning 1 year old in.
I can't believe it.
I think is it 2 weeks? It might be 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it goes quick, huh?
Oh my gosh. So now we have the awesome job of planning his first birthday party.
Right. You said it was a circus theme, right?
Well, carnival. It's
carnival.
Not scary.
Okay.
Part of me was like, maybe I should have one of my comedian friends be a clown, and I was like, nah, I don't think we're gonna have a clown. But it is a carnival theme, so. We have like a ton of red, I have a bag full of red streamers, just red. And then I saw a Pinterest where you like hang it from the ceiling, like droopy.
Oh,
and
it looked like a circus tent.
And then it looks like a circus tent from the inside.
That's cute.
Yeah, and so I'm super excited. We're going to decorate the food table and the gifts table and stuff like that to look circusy and carnival-y.
I got to ask you something real quick. When did birthday parties, especially for like 1 and 2 years old, become so extravagant? You know where my birthday party was when I was like 2 was McDonald's.
Right.
I mean, what happened? Like now you have to make cake pops and you have to
well, hold on. I'm not
little goodie bags.
I'm not done explaining it.
Okay.
Let me explain. I'm super excited about this.
Okay, sorry.
So
need to take the wind out of your parachute.
We're having a carnival theme, and so the food is corn dogs, popcorn, street corn. We're making street corn. Like it's gonna be like carnival food, right?
Cotton candy?
See, I was thinking about doing cotton candy.
If you're doing corn dogs, you have to do cotton candy.
See, and that's what I was thinking is maybe we should do cotton candy, but we're going to have cake, we're going to have cupcakes and cookies.
And cotton candy.
Should I do that?
Hey, it's a 1-year-old's birthday party. You might as well.
Oh, man.
Plus, there's probably not going to be very many 1-year-olds, right? Because how many friends has he made? No offense to your kid.
I'm just calling my son
antisocial? I'm just saying that he spends a lot of time with your breasts. I just don't see that as a...
Well, they're coming.
Thank goodness, or that would be disappointing.
So we're gonna do that, and then I'm gonna make carnival games. Like throw the dart and like pop the balloon, or fish for the ducky in the fish kiddie pond, and throw the ping pong ball in the fish bowl. And so we're gonna make a lot of carnival games. But then I'm like thinking about it, and I'm like stressing myself out.
Why?
To make this party great, right? But then, like you said, it's a 1-year-old's birthday party.
He's not gonna remember.
No, and it's not for him at all. Like, this party's not for him. I mean.
It's for what? For you?
It's for me and it's for our friends. Right. But there's a fine line. Because I went to a birthday party once for a 1-year-old, and what it was basically a kegger for the parents.
Right.
And then the kid happened to be there. Like, there weren't even any toys around,
Well, I mean, with all due respect, like throwing a balloon with a dart or a dart at a balloon doesn't sound like very much fun unless there is a kegger involved. So.
Okay. Well, my kid's not going to be, like, in the balloon,
I say
in the
teach
darts
them to
way.
do keg stands right now. I mean, if the first 5 years of their lives are really setting them up for success, then hey, start it at one.
It's a horrible
It's probably
suggestion.
the reason I didn't have my own children.
And it's a very, very good reason.
The universe was like, let's not give this woman. She's going to start by wanting to squirt her milk across the room.
Right.
And then when the kid learns how to sit, she's probably just going to put it over there and try and get it in. Actually, that would be a fun carnival
There's
game.
a carnival game right there. Squirt the milk into the kid's
Maybe
mouth.
my husband and I will have to revisit this having a baby thing.
See? There you go. There you go.
But what do you get a 1-year-old anyway for their birthday? I mean, we just talked about the fact that he really likes Tupperware. So what do you get him? Like a balloon?
Actually, did I tell what I got him for Easter? Did I say the Easter basket?
Okay. We did talk about
So
that.
the Easter basket, right. And it was all various things that I could use in my home.
Right.
But I just shoved it in a basket and let him take it out because that's all he cares about now.
Right.
So, what big things that I want is I want him to have more kind of educational type toys. You know what I mean?
Again, the party is not for him. It is for her. Things I want are a manicure and pedicure and a new maternity bra.
Oh, God.
Would that count?
Oh, my
He would probably love unwrapping it.
That is what I want. I had to take a moment there because of how badly I want that. But I want him to get toys that are, I don't like the really like loud, like light up and talk to you. And like, I feel like it's just way overstimulating.
So a drum set's out.
Is that what you got him?
I'll tell Danilo to return it.
Did you get him a drum set?
I will have him return it tomorrow.
Well, there's no lights on a drum set. So
what about an invisible tambourine?
Yes.
Have you ever seen someone do an invisible tambourine?
No.
Just try it.
That's funny.
Try it.
I don't even know how I would do it.
You look kind of retarded a little bit. You got right?
Yeah.
Or a broken seal.
I hope everybody that listens now does that.
Yeah.
Now does that in their car or whatever. Like, oh, let me try. Oh, wow,
I mean, you could do an air guitar and not look as silly as you do.
Air guitar,
tambourine.
air piano. You can do an air anything, violin, and still look kind of normal. Air tambourine, that's awful.
Yeah.
What about an air kazoo?
What is it? I mean, what? Yeah. You just purse your lips a little bit.
Right.
But
you don't have to hold it.
Yeah, but you can't close it like a straw because they're wide.
Right.
You know what you look like? You look like a duck face, like the selfie duck faces.
Oh, yeah.
Kylie Jenner's.
Go.
That's it.
That was a challenge. That lip challenge where people
Yeah.
put the cup over their mouth and like tried to get their.
Stupid.
Did you see that?
Yeah, the big.
That was terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did
they look like buttholes.
Did they go
They look
down?
like swollen buttholes.
How do you know what's swollen?
Hey, I've seen my share of swollen buttholes. I'll tell you what.
You have so much to teach me.
There are so many things in my past that I'd prefer never to ever talk about again.
But now that we have a podcast.
But when I saw that picture of what people's lips looks like after they put a damn shot glass around it, it brought back shooting memories.
Swollen butthole memories. That's the title of this episode, Swollen Butthole Memories. Man, I like what Kahlua does to us.
Seriously. It's nice and warm.
It is. It's kind of, I almost wish it was a rainy day, because this would like have this warming effect. But
we've never really done stuff the way it's supposed to be done.
I thought that was the end of your sentence.
No.
We've never done stuff.
No,
and
the way
next,
that it's supposed to be done.
Okay.
It's always a little bit different, but that's, what makes us us.
Right. Seinfeld actually has a joke where he says, your first birthday and your last birthday are a lot alike. Like,
yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, he's like,
you're both wearing diapers and bowls.
He said you're both wearing diapers. He says you have to be told that these are your friends, and you both need to help with the cake blow.
Well, you know what would be awesome is if your last birthday also ended with a boob in your mouth. I don't know if that's possible.
Oh man, yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, if I live to be 110, I wouldn't mind a boob in my mouth.
Is that what you would want?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
I'm assuming that's how I did it at McDonald's when I was 1. I'll have a number 2 with no rice, because I used to call that rice the little onions on it, on the burgers.
No,
rice. I thought it was rice. No rice.
That's pretty cute though. Those were, it is kind of like ricey onions. Yeah. Okay.
And then a milkshake. And my mom would come up and just shake her titties. Just kidding. Get a milkshake? Get it?
Yeah. No, I understand it.
Pew! Pew!
Oh man, I wish we had video for that one, guys.
Oh, so I told you that Cameron is playing baseball, right?
This is her youngest.
Yeah, and all of you parents out there that have your kids in sports, and Chelsea, you will totally get this once Chance starts growing up. And I'm not saying that he will want to play sports, maybe he won't, but if he does, some of these parents take it too damn seriously. And I'm telling you right now, if you're one of those parents, you put your seatbelt on, because I officially do not like you anymore.
I feel like that's true for a lot of just parents in any sort of like competition realm for their kids. They want their kids to succeed so much that they go to the nth degree.
Right. But then if the parents aren't involved, right? So the game yesterday, let me give you guys the scenario. The game yesterday, we're sitting there and we're losing 9-0. Okay?
Yikes.
9-0. And we're the home team. The visiting team our guys got them out with the catcher catching the ball in his mitt and touching the guy with the ball, but then the ball fell out of his mitt. So the ump said it was out. And the other coach comes up and starts throwing a fit.
Oh, man.
To the point that he got kicked out of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, the ump turned around, that's it, you're out of here. And it was so dramatic. I loved that part of it, because at first I was wondering kind of why I went. And then...
Did you have wine?
I should have brought wine. I didn't, no.
Man.
Yeah.
You can put them in like tumblers.
Yeah.
Like
I have a thing water. It's a pouch and it says, shh, there might be wine in here. But then I feel like that kind of draws attention, so I've never really used it for wine.
Oh, yeah, you totally should. Okay.
Anyway.
So we got ejected and it was super exciting.
Yeah, and this guy was throwing a fit. Well, then this other parent next to us on our team says, and he was right. He said, it's 9-0. Calm down, right? And it's true. Mm-hmm. For the first time, a parent had something to say that I totally agreed with. It's 9-0-1. It doesn't matter if it was even. This is, at the end of the day, is just a game. I'm not in any way saying everyone who participates deserves a damn award, because I don't agree with that either. But at the end of the day, these kids are going to be hungry, feed them, put them to bed, do their homework, go to the bathroom. Like, life still happens. You know, it's not, there aren't people there to sign them up for the A's or the Yankees. So just let it go. Let them play. And it's still Little League, man. They're still learning. So if a kid screws up, don't get on them about it. I mean, some of these parents are like, oh, come on, you should have got that. I mean, they're yelling at it the way they would yell at a television, and it just drives me nuts.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like it's so much for the kid. Like, that's a lot of pressure. You know, like, I've always said that when I have a kid, I want them to try everything. And if there's some point where they don't feel comfortable, they don't want to do it anymore, I don't want to push them, because then they'll resent me for doing something that they don't want to do.
Right.
And at what point are they doing it for you and
right.
not them? And that's where I have to draw the line. Mm-hmm. And I want to make sure my kid is having fun, and me screaming at my kid to succeed, then that at that point it's not fun, and it's not about them anymore.
Right. And then in the beginning, so when you do this really little league or whatever, what is it called? Junior league, or maybe he's in junior league now. I'm not quite sure. Now he's kind of like in a traveling team. So he plays here in town, but he also goes other places mm-hmm. to play. it becomes more serious from the coach's perspective.
Right.
But you also have these parents that are bringing their kids all around. So when they come to watch these games, they really want to watch their kid have a good time, you know? And to watch a coach get so passionate about this game, like it's his livelihood to have the winning team, it was just bogus, you know? And you're right. These kids are playing and you're coming down on them. You know, my kid has got the same coach as he did last season he played. And this guy, it's very obvious, does not let my son play. So I can get mad at him. I could, but it's a waste of my time. Instead, what I choose to do is sit and talk with my son and say, hey, dude, I get it. You know, it kind of sucks. But this is your coach. So let's take this as a lesson on how you deal with people that you don't like when you have to work for them. Because guess what? In the real world, that's going to happen. I can't tell you how many bosses I've had that drive me insane.
Right.
But I can't just go in there and quit just because.
I mean, you could, but
not without finding another job first.
Right.
So get through it. Get through the season. Make your best shot. Do what you can do when you get the opportunity to do it and call it a day.
Cheers.
Right? I don't know. I mean, this is just the way I feel about it.
Yeah. No, I mean, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. So, I mean, sometimes parents don't know where to draw the line. They don't know, you know, when to back off.
Well, they do it with school, too.
Okay, so check this out. I had a meeting with my agent recently, right? And she said that she doesn't represent kids anymore.
Yeah.
And,
so why?
She said she doesn't represent kids anymore because of their parents. And I was like, okay, I actually wholeheartedly agree with that. Because if you've ever watched an episode of Toddlers and Tiaras, you understand
or the dance moms or
that these parents are off the hook. So she said the straw that broke the camel's back for her was she had a little girl that she represented in Les Mis. Okay.
Oh, wow, that's nice.
Yeah. And the mom came to her. Okay, and she was in Les Mis. I think she did like a full, maybe year and a half run of this show, right?
Yeah.
And my agent goes, I guarantee she made enough money for her 4 years of college.
That's great.
I was like, yo, in a year and a half. So I was like, oh my God. So then the kid's mom came to the agent and said, so I think I'm going to bind her.
Bind?
And my agent said, what are you talking about? And she said, well, she's starting to develop. So I'm going to bind her so that she still looks young and she can still get work.
Oh, no.
Are you kidding me?
That's got to be abuse.
I mean, it's terrifying to think that mother would do that to her child just so she can still get work as a young actress. And
God.
And my agent said, there are other roles. Let your daughter be your daughter. Like, no. And so she said, I have to stop representing kids.
Well, you can tell that money didn't go to the kid anyway.
Right.
And that's the other reason I don't agree with it. You know, that's not the way to handle it, man.
Right. So there's a level. I understand you want your kid to succeed, and I understand you want your kid to pick up kind of where you left off and live vicariously through your kids' dreams or all this stuff. But it's like there's a level. Let your kid be a kid. And let them do things that enjoy, that fulfill them, that, fill them up.
Well, I guess that's where I'm different, and maybe not different than everyone, because I hate to think that no one else shares this value or opinion, but I look at it as though you created a person. So yeah, they're their own person, and they're eventually going to form their own opinions. You can influence them as much as you want, but at the end of the day, they're going to be complete individuals with their own ideas and their own opinions. And you can either spend your whole entire life trying to fight them on it, or you can scoop that up and say, awesome, you are who you are, kid, go fly. And see where it gets you. Mm-hmm. Because parents do that at school too. I was talking to my husband the other day about parents who, back when we were in school, our parents would get mad at us if we got an F or a C or a D or whatever. Mm-hmm. They would get mad at us, the student. Now, teachers are getting bombarded by emails and meetings of the parents blaming the teachers for their child's misbehaving or ability to not succeed. And I just feel like, at what point are you as a parent going to take responsibility?
Right.
You are still creating this person, and their brains are not fully developed until their 20s. So you think they're done at 18. Hey, if that's when it's done for you, then you have 18 years to truly be balls in and teach them how to be successful and really navigate the world. Otherwise, they're going to be 40 living at your house. I don't want my kids here when they're 40.
Oh, okay. Is that what this whole thing is about? Just talking about getting your kids out of here before 40?
No.
It's okay. It's
not. It's not to say that I don't have days where I'm like, get out. No, it's not that at all. It's that I don't think my kids knew before I came into their lives. And part of this is, my husband's fault and their mother's fault in the fact that they never really offered them the opportunity to speak what their mind and their thoughts until I came. And I would say, how do you feel about that? And then they would say, I don't know. No, you do have feelings. What is it? I want to know what it is.
Yeah. And you created a safe place for them to express that. And then, I mean, that's what they need. Right. And that's what you're giving them. And you also, of course, once they have the safe place, you're going to need to coax it out of them a little bit. You know what I mean? But, I feel in the few times that I have encountered your kids, I feel like they have such a respect for you and the willingness to bring stuff up and put stuff on the table. Yeah,
I think that we just respect each other. Right. You can't demand respect as a parent unless you give respect.
And it means a lot to the kids. They don't understand. I don't think they fully understand the concept of, your kids do because of their age, but you respect your kids and they can feel that. They know that, that there's a mutual thing, even if they can't grasp the full concept of respect yet.
Well, and it starts though when they're really young. You do that with Chance. I mean, he's learning right now like crazy. I mean, walking around, grabbing things, like you said, pulling stuff out of drawers and things like that. There are some parents that when they pull stuff out of drawers, freak out.
Right.
Instead, let him make a mess. If it's not something if it's temporary, like Tupperware or water or, let him do it. Let him explore.
Right. I mean, even when he eats on the high chair, there are some times when he wants to like fling the food and he's like, oh my gosh, look what I did. What I did. And it would be very, very simple. And I feel justifiable to be like, are you kidding me? I have to clean this up. He doesn't understand that. Right. He doesn't understand what a Swiffer is. No. Or what Clorox wipes are. He doesn't get it. So it's like, you know what? You're not going to be eating at a high chair much longer. Here, go ahead.
Yeah, and you'll get him when he's older. When he, maybe when he's 1, you'll hand him a wipe and say, "No, you clean it up."
And then I'll throw food at him.
That's right. And this is what you just did. Blah! Right in his face.
He has no idea. I'm gonna get him back.
Kids are the best, man.
Oh man,
aren't they? Do you want to cheers again to that? Should we cheers again to that?
When there's alcohol in my system, I love them.
I'll tell you what. There's something about being an actress. The fact that I can say things like that.
Right.
And people believe it.
Right. And we get paid for it.
That's right. That's even better.
It's really nice.
Oh my gosh.
Well.
That's it?
I think so.
My coffee's gone.
Oh, so, see you later.
And it's empty. And so we're going to have to let you guys go.
We hope you guys have a wonderful day today. Thank you so much for tuning in and making episode 7 the best episode 7.
The oddest episode ever!
It's the best episode 7 we've ever had.
I'll tell you what, if episode 7 hasn't changed your view on odd numbers, I don't know what is.
I just cannot wait till number 8.
Okay, well, hey, that rhymed. Aww. I cannot wait till number 8.
There's the song. And scene.
All right, you guys, thanks so much for listening. Please take a moment and review our show. We are on iTunes, Libsyn, Stitcher, and a bunch of other podcast mediums. We'd love to hear your feedback.
You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Gmail at It's Apparent Pod on all 3 of those platforms.
And you can follow us separately. I'm at LaurenVW69 on Twitter and Lauren Kelly Facebook and YouTube.
And you can find me, Chelsea Bierce, that's BEARCE. You can follow me on Twitter, on Facebook, and on YouTube and find a bunch of sketch comedies and parodies that I do there. Until we meet again, thank you so much for joining us, you guys. Keep smiling.
Make it count. We out.
Bye.